my opinions on this stone will definitely cause some drama. Hey guys, how's it going? So we got this stone here, and then we got these two scales here off of a case knife. My wife really wanted to do something for her dad's birthday, and you know, she was like, well, what do you think about a knife? And I was like, hey, that's what you want to do, let's do it. I kind of let her take the lead on things like that, because you know, I've known him for, Lord, probably 7-8 years now, but she's known him for way longer than me, so my guesses are probably always off. I want to teach you a little bit about this stone right here. All right, so this is called reconstituted turquoise. You hear turquoise and everybody gets excited, right? So this is turquoise, and this isn't turquoise, and let me explain. So this right here is turquoise stone. They dye it, and these may be little chips you can kind of see all throughout there. There's little like lines running through it. These are different, you know, pieces of turquoise. They're usually low grade. They dye it to give it more color, and then they epoxy resin everything together, and they put this under extreme pressure to make sure it holds together. That's why I always say it's reconstituted turquoise, because that's what it is. If you see turquoise going for real cheap, a cabochon going for extremely cheap, and it looks something like this, odds are it's probably reconstituted turquoise. Real turquoise, at least real good turquoise, is probably going to go for a pretty good penny. At least from what I've seen around like gem shows and stuff like that, they go for pretty good pennies. And this is what I would say to most lapidarists, if not all. If you know that you have reconstituted turquoise, put that little disclaimer out. It just helps altogether, because if you run into somebody who knows it's reconstituted turquoise and not turquoise, you're probably gonna have a pretty shitty time explaining to them that, yeah, it's reconstituted, but you're trying to like, this all is off the basis is if you're trying to pass it off as 100% no tampered with natural turquoise, right? That's why I kind of feel like it's dishonest if we just put turquoise. Well, yeah, turquoise, but also dyes and resin. So it's not, you know, somebody sees turquoise and they're just gonna go, oh, it's natural. And maybe I'm just being too much of a stickler about it, but that's just how I go about it. So one of the first things we would hear is this real? And we'd go, yeah, I mean, it's real, and I would try to explain why it's real. When it comes to a lapidarist hobby, professional, whatever, do the best you can at all times. Tell the truth at all times. You know, just have that integrity about you. Have that, and it may cost you sales. Who knows? It may cost you sales, may cost you friends. But whether you make a sale or not, you need to be happy with yourself at the end of the day. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna glue these scales on to this reconstituted turquoise. Yeah, but if there's other gem cutters around the world and other jewelers, let me know. I've seen that we've had some people from the UK and Germany watching. That's exciting, you know. I hope my accent isn't, you know, throwing you all off too much. A little distance there, so the blade can go easy. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to let that sit and dry. If y'all got any questions, please let me know. Put them down in the comments. Tell me what you think about what I said earlier about the reconstituted turquoise. You know, let me know if you agree or disagree, and why. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these dry now. Once they're dry, we'll take them out there and we will cut some pieces off, and with the saw. And then probably in a few days I'll come back out here and get these kind of flattened out and things like that. But tell me what you think about the reconstituted turquoise. I think it's pretty. I really do like the stuff. Again, I mean, it's nothing compared to the real thing. I wish I could, you know, get more of the real stuff and actually show you. But yeah, nothing compared to the real thing, but still pretty cool. All right, everybody. So we got the scales off of this knife, right? We got this reconstituted turquoise that we're gonna fit inside of there. Okay, so now we have to do what could be everybody's most favorite part of the show. We're gonna do some epoxy 330, do some happy little bonding agent, since that makes my wife so happy to hear it. So a little bit of happy little bonding agent. And we are going to be at the Franklin Gem and Mineral Show this year. And we're hoping to go to the Spruce Pines show after that and maybe sell at that show. But we're going to go to the Franklin one to look at some stones, maybe get some material, but definitely do interviews and, you know, talk to the lapidarists, talk to jewelers, just a little bit of everything, you know. So put that there. Now we got this knife here, and look, I know people want to say, you know, it's reconstituted, it's not real turquoise. Well, good luck finding real turquoise at a reasonable price that's big enough to do this. At least real good quality turquoise. And I'll be honest with you, reconstituted turquoise is pretty. It's a pretty stuff. It's pretty stuff. So, and it's still turquoise. It's just more lower grade stuff that's been re-dyed and epoxied. But it's not useless by any means. It's not, you know, terrible. I'm sure my father-in-law will like it a lot. At least I hope he does. Because it is pretty stone. And once it's all cut up and everything like that, it'll be very pretty. So I got to think of some stuff for my niece and my sister, and her husband, because I want to do some nice stuff for everybody in the family eventually. I already did something for my mom. I did her a dinosaur bone one. I don't know about Laura's mom. I don't think she's all that big into knives. And then in the future, I definitely want to make a knife set for my wife made out of gemstones. And I haven't really figured it out what I'm going to use. If I'm going to use one, like if I'm going to make them all out of sodalite, or if I'm going to make them different stone. And then the different stone will be actually different knives, so it can be categorized. I don't know if I'm making much sense with it. But, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I kind of idea, but nothing concrete yet, if that makes sense. So, it's all attached. It should be pretty ready to go. We're going to let this dry. We're going to let this dry overnight. And actually, this is Saturday. So, we're going to let this dry until Monday, because tomorrow is the Lord's Day. And, you know, if he tells us to rest, I'm going to rest. So tell me what y'all think. Maybe should we do something, all the same stones from my wife, or maybe we should do separate stones and, you know, let that be kind of a way for her to pick them out, kind of separate them, you know, like you're, I don't know much about kitchen knives or at all, but you know, like steak knives be one specific stone, or you know, was it a bread knife? I think she's got. I can't remember everything she's got. But yeah, kind of doing them individually like that, so that way they're all kind of easy to see. Oh, this color is this knife, or this stone is this knife. make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. We're getting really close to 1,000. I'm super excited about that. You know, it's been great. We're 3 months into it, and we're chugging along pretty good. So Lord willing, we'll be up to 1,000 soon, and we'll be able to, you know, celebrate with y'all. We're gonna let this sit, dry overnight. Thank you for hanging with us, and I'll see you here in a minute. So we got the knife here. It's all glued up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take it through the grits and see if we can't get this little baby looking pretty. I'm gonna do that real quick, and we'll get to polishing this thing up and see what it looks like. All nice and finished. All right, we'll see when it's done. So we got our reconstituted turquoise here with our case, looking pretty, but we're gonna try to hit it up with some Zam and everything like that. Plus we got to polish up these blades and stuff too, since the glue's been on it, so they got pretty dirty. But also today I want to shout out the Family Stones. We got this reconstituted turquoise from the Family Stones. They're on Facebook. It's kind of like a little game. They kind of like do a little game show almost about it, which is kind of fun. But pretty great people. I've gotten to know them pretty well. Definitely a fun place to get some stones. Make sure to check them out. We'll put a link to their Facebook below where they do the live streams and all that. Alright, so we got the knife here. Let's go ahead and get this polished up. So let's get this thing out in the sun and take a look at it. So here we are with the reconstituted turquoise case knife. It looks really good. I like the way it polishes up. Now, again, just because it's reconstituted doesn't mean it's beautiful. It's still a beautiful knife. And again, there is real turquoise in this. It's just been dyed to get it more natural or more of a vibrant color look to it. So yeah, tell us what you think about it below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully father-in-law will love this. If not, then, well, I don't know what to tell you. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Wow. That's pretty. Thank you.